one of you to stay quiet, stay silent, so that you can hear every single thing said in this document. Thank you and enjoy your stay.
It is not a terrorist attack. This was meant to be a governorship and state assembly election in Africa's most populous city, Lagos. The 18th of March 2023 elections in Lagos State was marked by violence, voter suppression, and attacks of magnitude never seen in elections.
My colleague has been found. I said that they do the thing. Still the report, that's my laptop. I just want to go down the wall. Yeah, no will talk for your people. No will talk for you. Try to get to it. Big four. Remain this chairman. No find solution. How to figure out solution. Now this one are the ways. Let's change your back to HDMI cable. Down. This cable. Connect this cable in the ground.
March 17th, the eve of the governorship election. The chairman of Lagos State Parks and Garages Management, Alhaji Sulu, popularly known as MC Olumomo, made a brazen public speech where he threatened voters against voting for any other party aside from video widely circulated across the traditional and social media. MC Olumomo openly charged his thugs, followers, popularly referred to as agro-minister, to understand. Yes, Opola and the presidential candidate in the presidential election. A struggling Uber driver who was posted to a polling unit in Bangalore as a Labour Party agent. At about 7 a.m., he was heading down his polling unit to resume duty. But to him, he wanted to return home walking.
I saw 6 boys. So I was wearing the Labour Party tag and shirt in the morning. Then they said, where are you going? I said, I want to go to. They said, no, go back. I said, for what? They said, you must go back. I said, I cannot go back. I couldn't tell you to go back. This is why I have my, I need to go out. They said, hey, you are proving stop. Next thing I saw the other one on my side, don't hit me on my neck. I said, what happened? What happened? So the next thing, the other one hit me. So the tear, blood started bleeding that morning, on this very leg. So as it was bleeding, then I started looking for nobody because it was. So I look around the other people in the bus of Abraham. Then I look at the other one. The other one remove one long something like this. It's like a cane, but don't tiny. Then you wipe me on my waist. The thing wipe on my back waist. So when you wipe me on my back, then I fell down neck. So I was just helpless. So before I saw somebody that done one security like that, which I know there has been, will also be a witness. It was one that carried me that morning.
Also at TakeBackNaija in Mango, another victim was overrun by the bloodthirsty thugs. His name is Sunday Olukule, a civil servant. Just like Mr. Dean, he was trying to shield the journalist from harassment Before the thoughts on this attack on him.
Fortunately, on election day, the government election and assembly full of votes. Fortunately, during vote, for our voice today, the father about the home around to one shall be one shall have to go. And our hand was standing for now. And the BBC journalist, Obed camera, and the microphone, they were allowed to play what normally a camera is with microphone. But as long as we or my events are not work properly. So I'm trying to do it, but the house was damaged by now. So I'm not okay yet.
Two other men came from nowhere. His phone was snapping recording. So we are sitting like 2 days sitting on that particular place. So I asked him why is he going as far as was in the show. So I told him to just kindly delete my picture of my phone. They're trying to settle it. I was waiting so the man starts. I keep the phone I was on. Watching me. I didn't know them. They just gathered me. He was trying to run away. They pursued me, dragging me on the floor. They punching me, hitting my chest. They dragged me, they made me regret. They probably cover myself. They were hitting me on the floor. So the other one was punching me, making my eyes close. I couldn't see that day. They are more than 3. Well, I don't know any of them. They are not less than 8 because they were much. When I ran away from the ground, they pursued me, dragging me on the floor, dragging the hand. My shoulder here was shifted. Then again, there was no police there at that point.
13,325 polling units in the state experienced one form of electoral violence or the other. A total of 2,355 incidences of violence, voter suppression, and intimidation were reported. God, the scars remain indelible. Negotiations will never forget the bloody elections of March 18th. Today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu's ABC unleashed terror on them just because.
Do you remember what happened? We are not all victims, we are victims. Do you agree? Are you all victors? I don't believe I'm a victim. I believe I'm a victor. Are you a victor? Are you a victor? All right. Would like to thank you so much once again for coming here. And now at this juncture, would have to introduce the keynote address. It will be given by none other than the architect of Lagos. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up to whom honor is due. And let's give him a resounding welcome as we welcome him to the stage. The host of our Lagos Obidient Competition, architect Daniel Rose.
Don't tell him.
Thank you, all. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you so much. I see that. Joko, it's okay. Thank you. It's yours, massive to see you. Thank you. It is a very emotional thing for me to give this talk after watching that documentary. And I know a lot of people that watch that will feel whether it's intimidated or fear or worry or wonder how we will gather ourselves again in the midst of all this violence. But I want to assure you that everybody we saw in this interview, I personally visited. And none of those people that I met said they will not come out again. The boldness for them to even appear in this document lets you know that they are not afraid of anything. That man that was standing, that was sitting down there with his legs picked like that, his daughter was there as well. And as he was talking, he was crying. But after everything, he said, I will do it all over again. That is the spirit that is driving the desire for a new Nigeria. Because at the end of the day, after all that violence, after all that problem, look at the reality that we are living in today. When Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself, goes through Lagos Island, what are they shouting? These are people that came out and maximum votes, but today they are hungry. So it's even more painful that they created all that violence. There's a video, part of the video you saw in Bada and Ojo carrying ballot box and running away. The fact of the matter is that all of these things, if it was a situation where our country got better, you can ignore it. But they have taken us into more stuff. So today, we called for this gathering to say a big thank you, to show our appreciation as we mark this 1 year anniversary, because we'll never have come this far without you. We'll never have come this far without your courage. We'll never have come this far without your heart. And we know for a fact that it's not because we shared money or didn't bought anything for you that motivated this gallant action that you guys took on the day of my election and on the day of the excellency election. So we thank you. In this speech, I'm going to answer one of the questions that came up, which was directed from a lady from Ojo, where she spoke about, okay, we've seen all of these things. What are we planning on ground to be able to move forward? What are we planning on ground to build our party? Now, this movement is something, this is the first phase of it. We are calling everybody together to show appreciation, to express our gratitude, to express our thanks. From here now, we are going to start getting and community engagement and building all across the state. Our structures and our communities must be extremely strong if we are going to go into the next election. It's not going to be something where people will be calling and saying there's no polling agent at this polling unit, there is no security, there's no this, there's no that, because all of our solutions will come from our structure. And our structure is going to be built from now over the next couple of years. And this is what we are going to do. So I'm gathered here today on the anniversary of our hard-fought battle and filled with a deep sense of gratitude to each one of you. Even though the outcome of the election may not have been what we hoped for, our collective efforts have left a mark on the landscape of Lagos state politics. And that can never be questioned. We have changed the history of politics in Lagos state. Despite violence, suppression, and bigotry, we stood united and unrelenting. Our passion, our commitment, and our vision for a more inclusive and prosperous Lagos was what we held on to. And today they are seeing the benefits or lack of and the suffering that the present government has brought to them. We refuse to cower despite all the threats from all quarters. Where, despite all their threats, we stood firm. We're brave. Chidinma, a young educated hairdresser in Abuja, who refused to be intimidated by those who claim she not belong. Okunle, Michael, and Morris, who held line in Tiosa and pushed back against the agents of the state who tried to suppress them. These heroic and courageous efforts have redefined the playing field in Lagos and have ushered in a new dawn. Till today, they are still suffering from PTSD. They don't know how it happened in Lagos. They don't know how young people from all ages came together and said they are going to resist the status quo and chart a new course. We show that the kleptocrats in power that we are empowered citizens, not subjects. And it doesn't matter how long they have stayed in power or how much they have stolen. Their end is now closer than they could have ever imagined. And when that day comes, they will have no choice but to account for the stewardship, account for the trillions of naira that they have taken, account for all the monies that are missing, that should be making the lives of Lagosians better, but our people are suffering and they are shouting that they are hungry. They will explain how they have lived in opulence when our roads and streets are covered in darkness, how they squandered our commonwealth, why all our young men are homeless, getting addicted to drugs and standing on street corners, waiting to be called to be used as tools of violence in the next election. And that needs to change. How our children remain jobless while their own children travel in first class on state resources and use the private jet to go and watch polo. That day of reckoning beckons when our state will no longer be run by cowboys. We will look for individuals of proven character with integrity, empathy, and love for their people. And while that road ahead may seem daunting, I'm filled with hope and optimism for what we can achieve together. Therefore, despite all that we have seen and all that happened in the past, let us not dwell on the challenges we have faced, but rather on the opportunities that lie ahead. We have made a mark in Lagos that Lagos has not seen since Ocean Williams. Let us channel our disappointment into determination, our frustration into action, our setbacks into strength. For as long as there are injustices to be righted, communities to be uplifted, and case potential to be liberated, our work is not done. And so I stand before you today, not just as the candidate that you nominated and flag bearer you voted for, but as a comrade in the journey towards a brighter future for all Lagosians. I can tell you that the road ahead may not be easy, but I'm confident that with your support and dedication, we will overcome every obstacle in our path. We have laid the groundwork for real and lasting change, but must we dedicate ourselves to task at hand, so that together we will build a Lagos where every child can dream big and reach their full potential, where every family can thrive and prosper, and where every voice is heard and respected. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your courage, resilience, your belief in a Lagos that truly reflects the diversity and dynamism of its people. Let us carry forward the lessons we have learned and the goals we have forged and continue to fight for the values that we hold dear. Let us be the beacon of hope for those who have been marginalized and oppressed. And let us never forget that it is not the outcome of an election that defines us, but rather the strength of our conviction and the depth of our commitment for a better future for all. I thank His Excellency Peter Obi for showing us that there is a new type of politician. You can be a new kind of politician. You can lead by love, by empathy. What they have done for generations to come, you might not fully appreciate it now. But there are young people that are looking and seeing that we don't have to be like these people that have been ruling our country. We can be another type of politician. And that's the example we are going to follow. And I want to tell you that I'm committed to this struggle. I'm committed to our Lagos, and I'm going to give my all to make sure that we are in a better position in 2027. God bless you. Thank you. Love you. God bless you.
Wow. 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 Are you not motivated? Are you not gingered? Are you not motivated? Are you not gingered? Are you not gingered? Come on, put your hands together for GRV. Celebrate Lagos. Celebrate Lagos. Celebrate Lagos. GRV is coming. Is coming. And there's nothing they can do about it. Oh yeah. Are you hearing that? Are you still sitting down? Are you still sitting down? Are you still sitting down? Don't be on a long thing.
Okay, now, please, let's give it up for architect of New Lagos, Badebo Roswell, aka GRV. Now, Lagos, huh? All right. right, thank you so much, everyone. That was an amazing, amazing applause. Please give yourselves a round of applause, please. The speech is amazing. Are you not motivated? And we haven't even heard from other dignitaries also scheduled to speak. It is always fire at Obidient events. All right, without further ado, would like to introduce our mama. Please help us welcome to this podium this afternoon. An afternoon that has been aptly tagged Remember. To help us remember the experiences Obedience had this time last year. Please welcome with us Pastor, Doctor, Mrs. I'm coming. Mario, Echo, Chairman, Labour Party Lagos. Please give it up for her. A round of applause. Good evening, everybody. My President, His Excellency, the only authentic president that Nigeria can ever have. I welcome you. His Excellency, Architect Badebo Rotbaibo and his lovely wife, my own secretary, Chief Samuel Opara, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and my great escort, the Lagos State Working Committee for LP. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the Labour Party and our great obedience, I welcome you all to this sober but grateful to God Almighty for keeping us alive. For us to be able to tell this story, this convention is very important. It's important because we need to reflect on what we've done so far and the next step to take. Because it is only from our mistakes that we will now gather ourselves and do the right thing and be better prepared for the journey ahead. But I will not go further without appreciating the women. March is a month for the women. So, and there's a saying that says, train a man. When you train a man, you train somebody. When you train a woman,
I don't want to use wireless again.
when you train a woman, women, are you there? I celebrate each and every one of you. This month is our month, and I would respectfully ask the men to stand up and greet 3 women and say, my mother, my nation, the world, yes, greet them and appreciate them. Appreciate the women. Unique role as mothers. Women has a unique role as mothers who guide and nurture children. Thus, when a woman is strong,
When a woman is strong, the family are strong. My president, I appreciate it. Yes, sir. And when a woman is strong, the family is strong. This month represents that our women should no longer be sidelined. We saw it during the election. We saw Gina, after she had been beaten, went back and did the right thing. She was not a coward. Can you give a round of applause? And I want to quickly say something. I'm not saying it to sell myself, but what a man can do, a woman can do better. Yes. Amidst the harassment and everything, you saw it at the connection center. They wanted to steal our mandates, and we refused. And I stood up to them. There's so many things you people don't know. From that connection center, how they got my numbers and started harassing and threatening me, I don't know. Thank you. I just want to let you know that the truth of the matter is that when we believe in a true cause, this kind of movement, no matter what it takes, we stand by it, we fight for it, and at the end of the day, we take it. We did it together, we won Lagos. Something that has never happened since 1999. It happened, we did it, Labour Party, Obidient movement. We all came together as a family and we won. We won the presidential, we won the gubernatorial. Irrespective of the attacks, because I'll be 62 this year. I have never seen any horrendous attack. The one method to Lagos State has never happened before. But we're not giving up. Are you giving up? We are not giving up. Whatever it takes, our mandate must count come 2027. Yes, I'm not afraid of them. They shut down my business, but I am not giving up. We are not giving up. And at this point, for all those heroes that lost their lives, that were made during the election, can we all rise in 1 minute silence for them? God bless you. Let's rise. It is so.
I know the Jack. I know the Mark program. Mark Noy. I the picture. See your picture.
I'm Luther.
Luther here too. You know the other picture. My picture now. That picture.
Like I said, reflecting on the way and manner we all came together during the last election, and today marks 1 year, 17, so a few hours difference. And it is, like I said, something to reflect on. I looked at what they did, and I remember very well. I will tell you this. I think nobody saw everything. What I saw, because as it was happening, people were sending me pictures, horrendous pictures. And the sad thing is that election or people fighting for their mandate should not turn to a war. It was a war we lose. And we're going to sit back, come together, and look at other modalities that such a thing will never happen to us again. Nigeria belongs to everybody, and where you are living is your safe haven. It should be, and nobody has a right to stop you from exercising your your rights. Voting is your right. Nobody, as long as in Nigeria, I think 18, you are allowed to vote. Nobody should stop anybody or hinder anybody. Our vote will count, and whether they like it or not. And that's why I want to tell everybody, Labour Party, Obidient, we are one. We came as one to fight for this noble cause. And we did the untangible, the unimaginable. And we are going to do it again. And this time around, that intimidation, that killing will not happen. Yes, it will not happen. It will not happen. I want to plead and appeal to every one of us. Please don't allow them to separate us. We have a lot of them in our midst. They are head-bent of tearing us apart. Tongue and teeth live together, but once in a while they will have their differences. Labour Party, no matter what is happening, we are moving forward, and the gate of hell will not prevail because we stand together. I say I want everybody to say we stand together, and nothing will deter us by the grace of God Almighty. I want to appreciate every one of you once more as we celebrate and acknowledge everything that has happened. We're not going to give up to their tribalism or bigotry, whatever they are. The propaganda of last election. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. As I said, they said because I'm ECOM and IPOP. But I don't really care. I am a true Nigerian. If you know how many bloods are in my body, then you will know that I am a true Nigerian. And what I stand for is not about where I come from, but the right thing to be done so that people can breathe. Please beg them, let the poor breathe. We are saying let the poor breathe. Give the poor a chance to live. Because last year we knew how much a bag of rice, a bag of curry is. But today, rice is not free. And our Excellency has always said, until Nigeria moves from a consumption to a production nation, things will never get better. And that is why Labour Party, under my leadership, is encouraging the youth and we're empowering them. We've done a lot of empowerment and we will continue. We will stay focused and we will. And I am begging you, don't stay idle. Do something at every point in time. At the end of the day, we'll see how we will acquire more land so that people can start farming. So that when they decide not to bring the food down here, we will have enough to eat. God bless you. I want to appreciate every one of you once more. And I want to let you know that Labour Party is the party to join. No matter what is happening, please don't be discouraged. I said don't be discouraged because we are a party, a work in progress. And by the grace of God, it will be perfected. It will be perfected. I said it will be perfected. And this will be done properly. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. God bless you. I urge each and every one of you, please go and register under Labour Party. And you can ask, by ESCO, we have a lot of obedience there and Okay, you heard that. Are you obedient? So we're encouraging everybody to come. Let's see as a family. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you, the lioness. Thank you so much. A round of applause. Come on. A round of applause for the lioness as well. Wow. I'm telling you, firing me up. See? And she did something that really amazed me. She did something that amazed me. She asked, in front of all of us, she asked all her experts,
Are you obedient?
they are obedient. Did you see
And
the
they
smile
all
on their face?
answered, I am obedient.
Did you hear all of them say they are obedient? So, obedience, don't be afraid. The time is now. The party is open. You heard them by yourself. Please flood it.
Yes.
Let's go in there and change things the way we want them to be.
And Labour Party
Ladies and
came
gentlemen.
prepared.
Yes.
Labour Party Lagos came prepared.
Absolutely.
Behind the hall, we have a seat, a table for those who want to register or join the Labour Party Lagos today. There is no wasting time. There are no quick for anybody 2024. Please just take a stroll back and just register sharp. The team is already waiting for you to come join. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. The team is waiting out there. Just go to the back, get registered, and become a member almost immediately.
Without wasting time, Pastor Nayo has assured each and every one of us of her resounding support for not just Obidient, but for Labour Party. She's not joking with Labour Party Lagos, and she said in her own words, under my leadership, you are safe. So please go to the back and join Labour Party Lagos and give ourselves a round of applause, please.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to switch gears a bit. Maybe I should speak a bit of this professional thing, this, corporate MCs too. Yes. Your Excellencies,
Yes.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen,
Yep.
His Excellency, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general election, the people that some people in the East will call the Okute Ndibo, the person that tells us every time that you cannot come through the window and try to clean the house.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
For you to be called His Excellency, you have to enter through Excellency. Isn't that right? And you have always preached that you have to take back your country. So without further ado, you'll be welcome His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate for
Somebody I must say, senior brother, who is here? Of course, no man is there. He's a senior, and well-respected brother. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you. These are the society we live in today. People are being kidnapped daily. People are being dying daily. We now have several people kidnapped. We now have a situation where hundreds of school children are being kidnapped. And their parents, you can imagine any of us being parents to a kidnapped young person who all her or his offense that he went to school. So these are things that should bother us. But let me start taking Lagos. Most sincerely, it is not difficult. It is not difficult. It is very difficult. Extremely difficult to do what you are doing today. It is difficult to be here today. Difficult in the sense that there's nothing you're sharing. That is difficult to be no position in Nigeria. Because nobody wants to be no position in Nigeria, but they don't share. You're not going to benefit anything. You're not looking for posts. You're not going to get one. In Nigeria, we only know where there's something to share. So I thank you. I thank you for your support yesterday. You were committed, totally committed. And look at what you have gone through for your commitment. Look at what you suffered for your commitment. And I'm still suffering to you today because you decided to support what is right. But let me assure you, what you did is what is right. And what is right will one day prevail and be able to build a better society for future generations. I go around everywhere and people tell you, even while we're coming here, I will get better. And people are telling me, why are you still going around? Because they think I should be in my house crying. But I said no. We didn't do anything. We didn't work for rights. And we cannot be losers for doing the right thing. And for me, I know, and I plead with you. ticket to London is not less than 10 million naira. The ticket, just ticket. I'm not talking about other people who go. I'm talking about just one person. That is enough for about what you need to build 3 classrooms in the village of Zaganda General. And children are there going to school without roof. And I'm saying to them, somebody asked me that today, because he didn't know the result in front page of this day. And he said, I said, I have been a chairman of a bank in this country. And when I was chairman of bank, all banks, most banks were having retreats, seminars, everything in South Africa, in Dubai, in everything. Go and check it. I told my people, this bank is in Nigeria. Anything we are going to decide will be in Nigeria. When I became governor, my first retreat, I asked my commissioners, can you go and study where we're going to have retreats? They started telling me, Dubai, this, that. I said, no, it was in Nigeria. They wrote Obudu. We're going to go to Obudu Castle. No problem. There was a hotel in Agulé. I went and booked it. On the very Friday morning, we are supposed to go to Obudu. I said, everybody should enter Moto. I will leave so we can go to Obudu. As the resident of Agulé, I said, we're talking about Anambra State. We'll talk about it here in Agulé. From there, we go. So tell me why anybody will take seminar. But I'm here today to do things. And I assure you that I'm committed and I remain, and I've said any day, I'm not desperate to be Nigerian president. I'm desperate to see Nigeria walk. I'm desperate to see Nigeria walk. And that is what is required. We must stand, we must stand until they walk. And for those of you who have not already sacrificed, it's not going to be in vain. I came here today, 2 things. First, to think, 2 is to answer questions for me. I'm sure some of you might just 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. Might think, when I came, I saw you asking questions, and I might just clearly answer one of the questions. So, Maria, I want people to ask questions.
Excellent.
All right, so we're supposed to have a panel session with you, Jeremy, and Pascal. They will answer questions as well. Okay. We have. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to be in the audience. I'm going to be in the audience and I'm going to pick questions randomly, sir. That is okay. So we'll switch between male and female, one after the other. So I'm going to start. Just stay where you are and come to you. Stay where you are and come to you. First question.
All right, quickly, we are wasting time here. Please, can we have the guy on green cap? Come forward, please.
Labour Party.
Questions, please. Questions.
My name is Ofusoya Olaleke Paul from Ekpe constituency. My question to you, sir, His Excellency, is that we've done the 2023 election, and to the glory of God, there was a great momentum. And the momentum is still high.
Ask your question.
The question I ask, sorry, we are preparing for 2027. And there has been lots of, speculations. Is Peter Obi still in Labour Party, or is going to another party, or is forming a mega party? So that is my question. From where are you running? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, let's make the questions quick so we can have more people. Please.
It's happening right now, and your people following the Labour Party, and the illusion about what is happening in the Labour Party, and somehow not talking about it. So the Labour Party and the support. So since we have the opportunity of having you here today, sir, please what is the opportunity and don't call as to what is happening to the Labour Party, what is the way forward. What is it that as Obidient, what are we expected to do? Either to make the party strong or to leave the party.
All right. Next question.
Please, my question is this. We have seen what happened during the elections, how our vote were denied, and all those things. And I want to know if there is any other way we can overcome this people, because they have been in the system and they have been holding us back. Is there any other way we can go about it without revolution? Thank you, sir.
All right. So please, sir, take the 3 questions. Yes, sir.
All the 3 came from this. I won't go answering questions. All these 3 came from this. Let me know. Don't worry now. Sit down and answer this. The people who are female.
Yes.
Sir, you can answer those 3 questions while we get the females ready for you.
Okay. The first question, I need you to go to TV.
Female here, please.
Please, can we all move back a bit so that people can see from behind? I know we all have questions to ask. But please, can we shift back? Because we are making it a little difficult for others. Please, can we shift back? The longer we waste here, the shorter the opportunity for us to ask questions. Please, can we move back? We need to move back. We need to move back. We're trying to build a new Nigeria. This is really like the whole Nigeria. Please, let's move back. Thank you. Please, let's move back. Please, thank you so much for your cooperation.
Okay, thank you.
Please go back.
Thank you. You know what I said I'll just take a few questions. Maybe when I come for, this is a thank you talk, which I joined GRB. Maybe when I come for rally or something, we can have more questions. When we come for interactive section, today, You know whether I'm a member of Labour Party. Very, very strong member of Labour Party. And I know today you're wondering about what is happening in Labour Party. People are 6 years today, texting me and saying, what is going on? Are we having convention? Are we doing this? Is Labour Party supposed to have convention? Yes. However, for me, it must be done properly and exemplarily. I follow everything. If you know me, people say, oh, he hasn't made any comment. I don't really make comments. I went and see. For me, wherever you get involved, sit down there and exhaust what is happening there. So, until we see the end of where this is being driven to, then you can make comment, can make a meaningful comment. People have asked me questions, all the questions. Somebody asked me this morning, for example. Oh, they said there's a fact that people who join party in less than 2 years cannot contest the post. Somebody said that to me. I don't know. I didn't read, maybe you read. Yes, sir. And I said it very simple. You can't get married and remain single. I've made comments that people say, hey, but this one is not contributing something, this one is not contributing anything. And then let me tell you. Again, you know this that some of you who are married, or those who are not married, if you get married today, I can tell you, I've been married for over 30 years. And I was telling someone when I was coming here, I said, let me tell you, if my wife wants to travel, he wants to buy anything, he will come to me and say, I want to do this. But even if it's me who pays the bill, whenever I want to take a shot in that house, I still consult her. Even when she's not going to pay the bill, but she needs to be consulted. Otherwise, even with me paying the bill, the headache that will follow that bill I pay, I consult her before I quit. So for me, whether because it's contributing anything or not, we must consult in what we're doing. Because if we don't consult them, it will be a problem.
Use that power bank. Take
So you must manage
bank.
very well. So for
Use
me,
that power bank.
we will quiet We're not going to quarrel about it. We're not going to do anything. Today, the party is facing out of things, including campaign funds and everything, which I can tell you, even me here, I've been accused of one thing or the other. And I said to people, no, nobody. Nobody is above accusation. If you want to be above it, you clear your name. So, nobody, if anybody tells you, Peter Obi have mismanaged or have stolen campaign money, don't say no, it's not true until he comes out and clear his name. That's how it works. And that is why we started. I've told even different groups, different places, I've been told that money you collected, you have to account for it. Don't think it's free. Because, and I've also said it, and I say it every day. Those who collected money, those who were giving campaign money, including myself, for purpose of this mission and this journey, and mismanaged it or proposing to themselves, have brought cost on themselves. Because if you are giving money for purpose, and this purpose have allowed to do build a better Nigeria, not appropriate to yourself. You must use it in the journey we are going to. So these are the two questions. Let's wait for the party. We've entered them. We will follow them by negotiation, by appeal, not by quarrel, but keep reminding them we are now married. You cannot continue telling us when we came in, because that is not the way to go. And I'm sure they will understand. So it's not for us to start fighting. We won't fight. If you fight, then it becomes worse. It is for us to go by a deal and everything. And you know, for Labour Party too, is it going? This is expected. Managing success is very difficult. It's not an easy thing. So we will. For the next election, somebody said we are preparing for the next election. And I heard you say, yeah, how are we going to deal with the issue of next election? How are we going to manage all these things that happen in the next election? For me, first is that let's be part and strongly play our role as opposition. Ensure that the right things are done. Let's not concentrate on 2027. I can tell you that what happened in 2023 will not happen in 2027. But this is not time to tell you that what will happen. We're going to 2027. Even those who thought they won now, by that time, may not be ready to do what they did before. So let's continue. We don't know what price of bread will be there, or rice will be there. So maybe it will be a different situation. So let's do it and concentrate on dealing with the issues that are here today, so that we can reach there. That's my answer for 2027. But I assure you, our commitment to building a better place is what we should. Let's be talking more. Let's get close more. wherever the difference is, let's try as people who believe in themselves to iron it out. There will be difference. It will be a difficult journey, but I'm committed to it. Nigeria must work.
Yes, sir.
And it must work for everybody. It cannot work for Mr. Obi and not work for Mr. Ade. Everybody. When I was campaigning, I used to say, no try buy bread cheaper. No try buy cheaper fuel or cheaper diesel. No religion buy bread cheaper. No religion. If today GRB starts a church and sells bread, food cheaper in it, I can tell you Muslims will come and eat. If the Muslims start their own and sell it cheaper, Christians will go there and eat it. I've been all over the place after the election. I went to Ibadan, asked them how much is bread. I even had to ask the woman who is selling bread. He said they don't sell as they used to sell because what they used to sell bread is now 4 times the price. Same thing with the rice. Same thing with everything. So everybody now is inside it. Nobody is buying it cheaper. If you know where FTC people buy bread cheaper, show me. I will go there and buy bread. So but when we are saying let's do it better, everybody thought, oh, once they finish, all of them will be enjoying their life. But they are the ones complaining today, as we are complaining. Nobody is now saying, oh, this bread is cheaper because GRV is an Igbo person. Those who are campaigning around buying bread and causing those who told them to say that. So that is how it is. So thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you very much for those.
Because I promised women, let me just
Yes. So we have 3 ladies already. Ma'am, please, you can ask it.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, His Excellency. My question is on the adverse media, that LP has been receiving as regards leadership, and also our romance in quotes with the NLC. Could you please clarify adverse media? Abure has been released for not so good reasons. So could you please clarify the stance of the party as regards leadership and also our relationship, if any, with NLC? Ideals like we do, join in the movement and infiltrate power across all sectors, executive, judiciary, legislative house, for now better Nigerians.
Thank you. And the last question.
Thank you. Let me take it. She's here. Okay. We'll have her, yes.
I don't know. I should mark it just now. No. For them, and you can actually pay. I want you to literally encourage people. Literally. I not said that. Okay, don't worry. I not said that. Don't worry, I'll do that. But you say something that's important.
Hello, Obedience. All protocol duly observed. And my question bordered on touching the lives of the less privileged. So many of our women, so many of the electorates are suffering all over the place. One, because we have love and support for obedience movements. During the election, I never knew they ran after me until my house was demolished. But thank God we have a place to lay our heads. So many people suffered. What we saw here, we have more people that suffered more than what was here, and they are not known. One, another thing is touching people empowerment. That is when you empower people, you give them money to mobilize. You have talk through the women leaders and one chairman on how to reach the populace that are actually suffering, that are obedient in this Lagos. Then another thing in question is what efforts are you making, sir, to unify the wearing factions in our party? We have to start from there. Everybody must come together as one for us to have a commendable movement and a commendable cause to move forward. That is my question. Thank you very much, ma'am.
So do we take this one minute and then answer everyone? That's okay. Okay. Hello. Hello, sir. You talk.
Hello. No, we finished. No. Okay. The first question was the issue of the bad press we are receiving. Am I right? It was the issue of the bad press we are receiving, and it bordered on our national chairman. Am I right? When I spoke earlier, I said is that I'm receiving bad press. Everybody is. Your chairman in Lagos is receiving bad press. Jerry is receiving bad press. Today, people said to me, you are #1 supporter of our group. And my position is simple. When they started accusing or counter-accusation about the issue of money or investment and everything, I came out and said, we will engage a professional chartered accountant, and we have done so, briefing them to go and look into our account. And until they do that work and find anybody guilty or not, I cannot, and I repeat, say anybody is wrong. I don't believe in that. If you tell me today that your chairman in Lagos used to live in a one-bedroom apartment and suddenly is now moved to Ikoyi, all he's told me is a story. Unless you can show me where the money was donated victim of that myself. And that is why I say I was governor for 8 years. Go to Anambra State. If their money is missing, you come back. And I've said it, no thief can see what he can steal and leave it. That's why even if he comes to church, he sees phone, he fixes it. But he is not to steal. And I said to people, I went to Anambra State and left $150 million. This dollar the people are looking for now. I left $150 million. Nobody asked me to put like Anambra State money. Dollar. Nobody. I decided on my own that I'm going to save money in dollars, in naira, and in investment. So I have $150 million. By the time I left in 2014, if that money is still there today, it would have been about $300 million. So multiply it by 1,005. You would not imagine 1,005. So you would not imagine what Anambra State we have today. They have had about 450 billion naira.
Let me change the point.
So this is simple. I left 36 billion naira in cash, and I've gone all the banks where they are. The 3 banks are common and responsible. If people say you are this, you can say you're not. And that's simple. There's nothing in it. I've campaigned to be governor. Years back, there's nothing people didn't say about me, about my wife, about everything. But I always come out and say, this thing you said is not true. This thing you said is not true. Today, in social media, people say, we gave him billions and this. I said, please, if you know where the money is, let me know. If you say you gave me money, let me know. I'm going to go to store. You are seeing Obidient $750 million. And I came out and said, all my overseas store, I didn't get $1 million. The reason why I reduced it to leaders that there might be places where even people are taking. But I didn't. And I'm challenging everybody. And I'm going to go to the overseas store. There's even places where people collected money and then they used it to host me. So when I go back now, I said, thank you. Your people collected money and used it to host me, and I'm grateful. So if they are looking for the money, they go to those who collect money, not to me. Yesterday will shock you. Just yesterday, I was in a plane by default. I was in a plane going to Abuja yesterday. I met somebody just yesterday, who I helped her to carry her bag and everything. And she told me, I supported you. We raised about 60 million naira. And we gave it to this person. to say, all these things, we shouldn't bother. Those who are calling us names, they will. We cannot be preaching one thing and doing another thing. We're either preaching good and doing good, or we join them and do what they are doing. And that's what I said when I became governor. I cannot come here as part of the solution and become part of the problem. And it must stand by the way we manage the resources of campaign, of the party, of everything. Because that's the purpose. So, those who are now trying unusual between relationship between Labour, NLC, and the party. Quite frankly, from my own personal understanding, NLC is involved in formation of the party. So the extent where they can determine what we do or not, I don't know. I'm not one of the managers of the party. I was a candidate, and even if you call me leader, it's his name. They can actually sack me tomorrow. I'm only going to investigate and be able to say to them, we need to carry this people along. NLC is very important. So we need to carry them along. That's what that. On the young girl who asked about the mentorship, my sister, wait. Huh? Let me tell you. I'm prepared. I go to anywhere. I hope you know that. I'm prepared to meet people. I go to everywhere I can to be able to guide people about life, about everything. Yesterday, through Zoom, I spent the graduating students of the university yesterday in Nigeria. I do that freely. Everyone will get their government. I visited every secondary school and most primary school, every secondary school in my state and most primary school. So if you have anything you think you can do, therefore let's see. I won't be able to organize one, but I'll be able to find a way of attending one. I'll be able to. I want to say this critical thing. I think it's the person who talked about number 3, about getting people who are elected to come together to solve the problem of the poor people. I will say not only the elected people, all of us who are more privileged. I go around every day, visiting hospitals and everywhere, and I'm ready to be part of that. If there's anything they are doing to support those who are less privileged, we should be able to be by and supporting each other. None of us here is different. We're all children of God. We're all the same thing. So if you feel that God gave you more, share with other people. Don't look down on anybody unless you want to leave the person up. That person is a child of God. Every one of each of us is very important. The gate man is as important as your guy's life. Because without the gate man, God will be inside. You'll be in the gate. So for me, driver, gate man, and everything, I sit in the same seat when I travel. When my driver, the man who, the person who drove me here now went to see his family a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I sat in the same seat with him in the plane. I was in 40, he was in 40. When he comes there, it's my driver. But that driver is very important to me. And he's a child of God, we're the same. And his God doesn't make it this. I sit in front of the car with him, we joke, we quarrel, we disagree. I shout, but we are partners. And so are all of you. So are all of you. None of you. If you don't know, I see somebody, there's a young girl that sent me, I listened to his complaint one day. Elijah. One day, I just listened to her voice message. And I called him by 1 a.m. I said, can I have the phone number of this young girl? I said it as an angry Obidient. So I said, can I have a phone number? He said, no, I'll talk to her. I said, no. He didn't call your name, he called me. So I was the person who wanted to talk now. So he gave me the phone number. And I called. And I said, I'm so person. For the next 30 minutes, he gave me a blessing down. And when she finished, I apologized because I was wrong. She was wrong. I was wrong. Because nobody knows everything unless you're religious. So she was right, I was wrong. So I apologized. And I said this. Till today, we talk. Today we talk. And that's what I do with everybody. Some of you who are here have come giving me a blessing now. And the person I'm talking is, my daughter is older. My daughter is older than her. She left school soon. And that's it. And I told her, I said, this is my children. You said, have a son who does fine. That's why you're there. That's why you have. So, that's the same thing. I talked to so many of you here. I know when some of you here, I was bank chairman by 2022, 2021 in this country. I did everything. But I listen to people because I listen to them. The same thing, like I said when I was saying about defending your listening. People have accused me of all sorts of things. Don't think even that all these agents that they invite people. People say, oh, they did that. No, I've also been invited. I remember appearing to one of them and I asked him, I said, I bought this my house in the UK in 1996. That was 10 years before I became governor. And he said he wants to approve. I said, let me tell you, this is my bank statement. I have over £1 million in 1996. I'm not a poor man. And I've never seen. I'm not a poor man. The only difference is that God who gave me that money did not give me that money to use it to oppress people. He gave it to me to use it for money. And I'm doing that every day. I visit at least 2 hospitals every month. He didn't give it to me to use it to hold people down. No. Nobody is poor. We are all children of God. So, mentorship, everything, the rest are short and part of it. doing this on your permission. No. You must understand one thing, and in people's territory, this is why things don't work. You must respect them. Somebody said to me, when the MC said we should stand up for GRP, he said, sit down. But they said, stand up for him. So why would I sit down? Because we all meant to stand up for him. That was the request. And you must do that. That is the way it's done. And everything. If you're somebody's territory, you give him all the respect that is required. That is how society works. We are here, we are party chairman here, we have the candidates here, and that is what we are suffering today in our party. Because people think, oh, I cannot respect this person. No. Like I said, I tell someone, I said, have you consulted with who is he? I said, no. The question is that don't ask who is the person, consult the person, give him the respect. You can get away, but when you start asking, who are you? That's what brings fight. Don't ask who are you. A human being. Just give him the respect and then you have peace. The final question is about election again. Somebody said we are preparing for election. Let me answer it again. The fractions goes up. To bring the fractions together is about what I said. We need to be consulting. We need to be respecting each other. The fractions you see, even in Nigeria today, is because people are not people preach what they don't do. People say, people don't even respect our constitution. Our constitution has criminal character. Inclusiveness. But people don't want to be inclusive. People don't want to share. People don't want to anything. People don't want to go away. They think they are forever. Even in management, whether it's part of anything, people think they will be there forever. No. You become this, tomorrow you move on. So we will continue to consult, discuss, and you people who are party managers, please, chairman, you must learn to bring everybody together. You must learn to be a leader. You don't take this on. As a leader, you have to like everybody. As a leader, you must like everybody. But everybody must not like you. That is said. As a leader, you must like everybody. But as a leader, everybody will not like you. If everybody likes you as a leader, then there's a problem. You must leave the place. They want the people who will say, this people is a useless man. If I go to a place where everybody agrees with me, then there's a problem. I will go away. But if you are like everybody, even those who don't like you, often a time, what makes you a good leader are people who give you the best partner are people who don't like you. Because what they say, you can use this to make a difference. As I go around, people tell me things I don't want to hear. But I got it. As governor, I got that everything. I was telling somebody a good story that I want to discuss with the governor. I want to discuss with a woman leader about the constitution. a constitution of the community. Why should there be a constitution? And I was a city governor. And I was telling this woman, look at the constitution of this community. You must respect it. She said I should give her the constitution. I gave her the constitution. In front of me, she tore it and threw it away. I said, we made this constitution. Doesn't the listen about it? And of course, the security people thought, how can this woman turn this constitution? But the woman was right. I was wrong. She was right. Even when it's not in their constitution, and I give you an example so that it will be more practical. I once supported somebody in my village, from the town called Ado, to be President General of my town, and I'm the sitting governor, and I'm supporting a professor to be the President General. The people in my village are supporting somebody who did not go to support. The constitution of my town said you cannot contest President General unless you have attended class 5 certificate. Why? It's written. Go ask anybody. And I'm supporting a professor, a very popular person. I don't want to call it because it's late now, but very popular. If I call the name, all of you know. That's the person I'm supporting. So I went to the village. Again, to go and appeal to the villagers. In my village, I'm close to the village. And again, I came to them and said, please, I've come for you people to vote for this man. They told me Peter will love you. But for this election, give this man out of it. We are tired of this people, this type of people. I went for them to tell them that the person I follow is not qualified. They told me that qualification is them who put it there. They removed it. This is something people in my village. I'm saying it here now. They can go ask people. They say they left it. I went back to the person and the bottom and said, listen, if we go for this election, we will lose. People say to me, you are the governor. You can do caretaker. You can take it by force. You can do this. You can give directives. You can write. I say, let me take you. I'm governor today. I will not be governor tomorrow, and I'm going back to this village. So leave that man. Let him listen. That man became, for the first time in my village, he became President General. On people because of nonsense title. It is only a temporary privilege and grace of God. Don't use it to think you're better than anybody. No. It is the grace of God. Use it to serve people. Use it to teach the people. So when people come, oh, I want to help you, I want to. They are human beings. Nobody is better than the other. And we must do that. So that's what leadership, people in party should do to continue to bridge this problem. Everybody will not like chairman. the candidate chairman support the person. People who have elected, who are now in the House of Reps participate, I'm appealing to them in the same way. You're lucky, some other people are not. Help in any way you can. So thank you, people. I didn't know when I was coming here. I told Jeremy and people I was only going to stay 20 minutes and run away. But you can see how Lagos have converted my day. But we thank you, the men of the circle of all.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you hearing that?
Are you hearing that? He's been around. He's not leaving. He's been around.
Gentlemen and ladies,
His Excellency is very much here. He's not leaving yet.
Let's continue, please.
You can sit down. Conversation. Now you have the opportunity to have that conversation. You cannot go because His Excellency is not here.
Let's have our seat, please.
All right.
The next item, and most likely the last thing that is going to happen, is the panel session. Mr. Peter Obi has had his own question and answer session. So we have our next two guests having theirs now. Please have your seats. Can someone help us with telling everyone to leave? Please have your seats. Yes, we know you love Mr. Peter Obi. Please have your seats. If you are not, please have your seat. We need you guys to stay so we can have the last event. Please. All right, the next event is going to be the panel session. All right, Mr. Peter Obi has promised to stay the panel session that is going to happen right now. Please have your seat. Please sit down. Thank you. Please have your seat. Please sit down. Let us have our seats, please. All right, quickly, without further ado, we'll be inviting. There is still noise. Please have your seat. Please sit down. For the next panel, the panel session, we'll be having the architects of Lagos and the host of our Lagos Obidient Convention. Mr. Vanderbilt Retriever will be here. Please let's give a round of applause. Please give a round of applause.
Why did you slow down now?
Hold on. The chairman of Labour Party Lagos State, Pastor Dr. Mrs. Dayo, please, you're needed here, ma'am. Thank you very much. Please come to the stage, please. We need you for the round of applause, please. Please welcome them. All right, we'll have Deji, one of the hosts. All right. We have a session with movement. All right. We have Deji. Deji, one of the co-hosts, will be on the panel session. Please. All right, quickly. If you have questions that you want to ask these two formidable giants of the movement and Labour Party in Lagos, please kindly channel into the LP Publicity Secretary. She will bring your questions to the table. But for now, Deji, we need you here. Deji, we need you here, please. Thank you. All right. Please, can you start the panel session?
All right. Thank you very much. Again, good evening and welcome. I'll just quickly reintroduce myself and my co-host. My name again, Ayodeji Olowoni. I am an alumni of the School of Politics, Policy and Governance here in Nigeria. So a lot of questions that my bosses are going to be answering definitely would revolve around, politics in Lagos, GRB, Gadigal Road Bible, the foundation, and then of course what we are here to do, which is synergy between, the Obidient movement, the Labour Party, and of course the GRB mission. With me also sitting on this panel is Priscilla Amadi, who is a compare extraordinaire, if there's anything like that. All right, so on my left, you already know she's not new. She's the lioness, the girl who was the one who has been leading the party. I call her the lion of Lagos. Some people are lion of Odilon and lion of. She's the lioness of Lagos, and I'm going to come to her first with the question. And my first question, based on some of the questions that have been asked before, it's very simple. Very, very simple. Ma, how easy is it going to be moving forward for every individual, whether obedient or not, who have the intention to join the Labour Party in order to further this dream of a new movement? How easy is it going to be for them to join the Labour Party? And what are those things that you have put in place, post-election, to make sure that these new people are accepted within the party?
Thank you. Let me start by saying that the Lagos State Labour Party in the whole of Nigeria, we are the trailblazers because we're doing what other states are not doing. We have a website that would enable you, whether you are obedient or you see yourself as Labour Party. We have said severally that we don't want any faction. We all belong to a family. And because we belong to a family, go and register to become a member of Labour Party. When you are a member of Labour Party, like some people asked me when I called for the meeting and the merger of everybody, the Obedience and the Labour Party, they said some of them to ask me that they wanted to become, they have the ambition and so on. I said, then you have to register to become a card-carrying member of Labour Party. Because it is only when you're relevant in your ward, in your local government, that you can showcase your talent. And I can tell you categorically today that people who have distinguished themselves, even as our youths, are all incorporated to the Lagos State Working Committee. Because I believe, as a pastor, even in my church, since I took over this work as the chairman of the Labour Party, the only reason why my program still runs and runs successfully is because I develop people. If you find out from most people that have come around, I develop people. I ask questions, I interact with youth to want to know what they have in mind. Because I'm very passionate about youth, number one, because I believe that we are going to pass the baton on to them. And if you're going to do this, you have to sort of prepare them for the journey ahead. So it is easy for us Obidient. We're one because we're all in this movement for one unified cause. And to see a better Nigeria in mind.
Thank
That is why we're there.
Thank
so
you.
we have a website that become member participation. So there's membership.
Thank you, ma'am. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes.
Asking the next question quickly. And the next question will be going to the architect of Lagos. Most people here have one question, and that is what's next? Am I right? So most of you have seen the fight for in court till the end. And most think that they want to see us drive, and this is an opportunity to tell them what's next, what's going on, and how are we going to continue our labor.
Yes, so thank you very much for that. The entire process of all was a major learning experience for me, for us as a party, for the team. And for now, the most important thing first is to show gratitude and mark this 1 year anniversary and show that knowledge and really know how far you push this movement. The next phase of this is now community engagement. Deep work in each of the local governments, each of the wards. We have with the Revival Foundation, we've been doing healthcare outreach, where we're providing people with medical insurance. So if they are sick, they are activated, they can get treatment and drugs of up to 5,000 naira. And we'll be going around Lagos and doing that, and something we are going to continue to do. At the same time, with the party, there are lots of activities that are going to be happening at the ward level, at the LG level, between now and the end of the year to also deepen this community engagement. We had a very robust to the SWC yesterday where we discussed some of these drives, and it's something that we are committed to doing. The main thing that we have to do right now, and I'm going to piggyback on what our chairman just said, is we need to organize. It's very important platform organize. That way we can use it very appropriately. So at the world level, let us make ourselves available. Let us engage our community. Let us be like global witness, just pulling people closer to us. Let them understand that we are a thriving alternative. We are the opposition. And let us also do the opposition work by highlighting the failures of this government, showing how we can do things differently, and proving that we are a credible alternative. Thank you.
All right, just a minute. I just got an information that His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi would like to take a very quick picture. The chairman and JRB, we would like to bring you up so that you can do this very quickly while we set you free. Mr. Isaac Balami.
We're supposed to be part of this. So, all right. After the section, I think the expos of LP Lagos should be on standby. After the section, come take pictures as well. Organizing committee.
Honorable Atta.
Our Lagos Provincial.
That cable on around.
Our organizing committee.
Honorable apologies to Mr. Secretary, Honorable. Thank you very much, sir. Please join in this picture. The Secretary of the party is from
I come out and stand for that place, and they are the come from now. Sure. You do it.
Okay.
The state executive of Labour Party can quickly come up so that you can please just hold on.
Dr. Ife, please can you join us?
Just after me.
The expos of LP want to take pictures. The expos of LP. Please stay on standby. Please stay on standby. Organizing committee, where are you? You take after the picture. You take after this. Oh. His Excellency can't stay anymore. All right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Please, you can have your seat.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right. You can have your seat, Honorable.
Thank you so much. Jesse.
You want to enter? You want to enter? You bring for no? Sell it laptop here. You don't make a laptop. I hope that's what I thought we don't go, but you don't enter.
Just one.
Bust